So we fast forwarded a few minutes, and when you get into the game and you click on portfolio, here's what you're going to see. All right. It tells me that my net worth is $1 million, meaning right now I have $1 million in cash because that's what I have remaining. I haven't bought any stocks yet. And it says I have a buying power of $2 million. Okay. And here's why you have a buying power of $2 million. Concept we haven't talked about yet, but you're going to read about is that what happens here is you can actually buy on what's called margin. All right. And buying on margin is like getting a credit card for the stock market. All right. Buying on margin means you're buying on credit. So because I have $1 million in cash, I actually can use or a credit line of up to an additional $1 million. So you can actually buy $2 million worth of stock, but it's like charging it to a credit card. You're going to have to pay it back at some point. All right. Now, when you want to purchase stocks, what you do is you find a stock symbol. Okay. And I'm going to use a couple just generic ones that I'm not going to show you what I buy because I don't want you all to know what I'm buying. All right. So let's say I wanted to buy ExxonMobil. All right. When you start typing in the symbol or the name of the company, a bunch of companies are going to come up. All right. And we got XOM, ExxonMobil. And it tells you right now, and the market hasn't opened yet this morning. Market opens, I think, at 9 o'clock. And right now, ExxonMobil is it's trading at $40.90 a share. All right. And if you click on trade, it's going to ask you how many of these you want to buy. And see right here, it says it starts at 1 share. Okay. And you can choose how many shares you want to buy. Now, it's going to tell you too, like let's just say you can put the number in too. Let's just do that. Let's say I wanted to buy 20,000 shares of Exxon. That's a lot, okay? But remember, you've got $2 million in purchasing power. All right. If I wanted to, I could buy 20,000 shares of ExxonMobil at $40.90 a share. And the commission, I have to pay $100 to make the trade. And then that's going to cost me $818,100. All right. That's a lot of money. Okay. And so I'm not going to do that. Now, if you want to buy less shares, you could take it down a notch. Like, let's say I wanted to buy 4,000 shares or 4,005. That's only going to cost me 163,000. And when you are ready to make that trade, you click submit order. All right, and it's real simple. Okay, now there's some other options on here that you can utilize, but we're not going to go over those right now. We're just getting you the basics today. If you understand that, you're welcome to utilize that. But right now, we're just getting the basics down. Okay, so ultimately your trade orders happen here, and you can type any company name. Like let's say we want to try something else. Okay, let's say we wanted to look at Tesla. I don't know their stock symbol, but look, there it is. When you type the name in, that's what comes up. Right, and it'll tell you if you click on it, it'll tell you what Tesla, like the charting that we utilize, and you can open up a new tab and go to marketwatch.com, and you can see what Tesla has done over the last year, 2 years, etc. And you see the trend is upward. But since we're playing a game that's going to last about 4 months, maybe you want to look at the last 6 months and perhaps potential projections, what might happen in that time frame. Okay, so that's up to you. You do that as you wish. And if you want to click on trade now, if I wanted to buy Tesla, let's say I wanted to buy just 500 shares, and remember, you got a lot of money to spend, and you are going to spend it on a lot of different things. Now, one thing I do want to make clear: you must purchase at least stock in 5 different companies. At least 5 different companies. You're getting points for playing the game, so please make sure that you get at least stock in 5 different companies. Now, if I wanted to buy 500 shares, it's going to cost me $271,000. That's pretty expensive. All right. So let's say I wanted to look at, let's X out of this, and let's say I wanted to look at Pfizer. Pfizer is one of the pharmaceutical companies that is involved in making vaccines, which, by the way, they started distributing Pfizer's vaccine in Great Britain yesterday. And right now you see that it's at $41.24 a share. And if you want to trade now, okay, you figure out what you want to spend, how many shares you want to buy. You click on submit order, and it's going to tell you the price down here, so pay attention. All right. Now, when you remember, you got a lot of money, and if you're going to buy a stock, like especially one at $41 a share, all right, you're not going to buy just one share because remember, you got to pay a commission fee. The commission fee is more than what it costs for one share. You have $2 million in purchasing power. You want to think big. So if I'm buying Pfizer because I think it's a good bet, I want to buy, like we're talking like 1,000, 2,000 shares. And this tells you right here when you're purchasing, like let's say I want to buy 3,000 shares. Okay. That tells you how much of your resources or how much of your stock portfolio is in Pfizer. So it's like, look, I've spent this much of my money on Pfizer, and it means I have that much left in order to spend on other stocks. Okay? So when you do that, eventually it's going to start tracking it. When the market opens today, this internet game will follow the real market. All right. So when Pfizer goes up or down today, it'll go up or down on this market as well. Now, it's about a 5 to 10 minute delay on this. It tracks the market as best as humanly possible, but there are limitations on this website. So you're going to see, once again, when you get logged in, you're going to see the overview of what's going on, and you can click on your portfolio. And when you click on your portfolio, and it takes a few minutes to show up, but it'll tell you which stocks you've purchased and how much money you've made or lost. All right. It'll also tell you down here on transactions any stocks you've bought or sold. It also tells you if you have any pending orders, meaning that you're planning on purchasing a stock. And like, for example, if I tried to buy one right now, it's 7 in the morning, so the market's not open. All right. That would be if I purchase it now, it'd be a pending order. Okay. And then when you click on rankings here, it's going to tell you your net worth, cash remaining, buying power, and your overall gains and your overall returns in form of percentage. It'll also tell you how much you've gained today, so you can see what you're doing daily and what you're doing overall. The object of the game is that when we're done, if you sold all your stocks, what would your net worth be? Okay, you have to actually invest in the market here. All right, you can't just sit on your $1 million. All right. But what you have to do is you have to buy stock in at least 5 different companies. And I'm going to be able to monitor that. Also, when you sign up for this, you have to use your real name. All right. Don't come up with some ridiculous nickname that you think sounds cool. Put your real name in there because that's how I'm going to know whether or not to give you points for participating in this game. Okay. If you got any questions or comments, feel free to shoot me a message on Schoology. Also, we'll talk tomorrow about why the stock market crashes in the 1920s and where the situation will go from there. Okay.